Hi everybody, welcome to another video. I'm shooting this on Hogmanay, 31st of December 2020, the last day of what hopefully will be the worst year for a long time. It's just started snowing and we have some heavy snow forecast and a little bit of fog perhaps in an hour or two from now. So I've decided to make the most of the conditions and I'm going to head down to the local park. The place where I shot the first snowfall of the year a few weeks ago now, and do a little bit of woodland photography, but this time with some falling snow, and see if I can grab some images. Enjoy. If you watched my last video from here, you'll remember I was obsessed by a tree that still had some leaves. I guess that's probably all gone now, but that's going to be my first port of call. I'm going to go have a wee look there and see if the leaves are still there. After that tree, I'm going to pop down this path and see if we can grab some shots down there. You can't beat a photograph of a lone bench in the snow, can you? Ah, there's a shot there. So this is probably quite a good example of something I was talking about on this week's Monday video, about how having a YouTube channel kind of forces you to stop and think about what you're doing a wee bit more. And in particular, I've just grabbed some shots in there. Of trees, and whereas before I would have probably just dismissed it immediately offhand and said no, there's not a shot there, not today. But because I was having to explain what I was doing, I kind of worked the shot a wee bit. I hate that phrase, but I kind of spent a lot more trying to hone in on a composition that might just allow me to make something of what was in front of me. Typically I don't think I actually got a reasonable shot, but it illustrates the point. You know, I spent 5 minutes where if I hadn't been doing a video for YouTube I'd have probably spent 10 seconds. So yeah, that's one of the benefits of starting a YouTube channel if you're a photographer. You should stop and think. It's never a bad thing. Okay, I'm kind of liking this. It's quite a bland, kind of monotone kind of an image, but these kind of stark trees here, because they've got some snow on the branches, it's helping them stand out from the darker and blander background. So I'm going to grab a shot here. I've also just noticed we've got just here a tree on, I don't know if that's a rock or a mound of earth that's been turned up for some reason, but that's kind of standing out a little bit as well by virtue of the fact that it's got a little bit of snow on the leaves, on the branches, but also just because of the fact that it's on that rock. So I'm going to try and grab a couple of shots here. This one's got a lot more snow, but I don't think that works in the same way because it's against the back, quite a white, bright background. This one here, I think there's a shot there, so I'm going to grab that just now. The snow's gone off, so I've dropped the hood, so apologies if my hair is all over the place for the rest of the video. It does feel as if it's going to start snowing again. Fingers crossed. I'll let you see this. It's not a huge amount going on now. We could have done with either more snow, a bit of fog, or some sunlight. We've got none. Nice wee walk though. If you're ever in the area, I'd thoroughly recommend a trip along. It's some lovely walks in the park, and obviously down by the canal. Quite like this scene. You've got these grasses frozen in the ice, and then you've got a little patch of snow, and then you've got this overhanging tree. I kind of like the pattern that the grasses were making, as presumably as they got frozen in the ice as the water was flowing. Makes for some quite nice abstract shots. So I'm going to spend a bit of time here. It's nice, including the tree as well, but the details in the grass is great. I love that. So some arty abstracts coming up, I'm afraid. Okay, so I've come along just a little bit from the frozen grasses. I think the flow might be a little bit faster here because the grass isn't quite as, the water's not quite as frozen, and so the grass isn't quite as stuck in its ways. But what I've done here is I've noticed, as I was talking earlier about you looking for contrasts, this little orange tree in the middle of all this white has immediately caught my eye. So I'm going to grab a couple of shots of this from different angles, but I kind of like that from this angle here, that kind of avenue of trees in the background as well, which kind of lends itself to maybe quite a tight crop, obviously focusing on the orange leaved tree. So kind of back at the path to the loch. When I was here last time I found another path. Oh, there's a deer right there. It's right on the path. don't remember ever seeing the loch. I've seen it frozen a couple of times, but I don't know if I've ever seen it frozen and covered in snow like this before. So yeah, I think that's just about back at the car park again, so I'll call it a day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I got some shots. Feel free to leave some comments below, and this Sunday I'll be doing a short review of the two videos, and I'll address any questions or feedback that anybody leaves, and I'll have a go at critiquing the shots that I did manage to get, if any. So yeah, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel, and see you next time.